Hi everyone. So, kape muna tayo. I am just gonna be chilling out in here. Of course, I'm not in this place. This is to respond to those who are interested in applying for a job. I am not going to go through a long process with you. Okay. Um, I'm gonna be cutting out the traditional training. Okay, all you have to do is just to watch my video. I need you to learn. Okay, you're adult enough. You've graduated in school, therefore you can basically understand what is English or what is a video will do. We can learn from YouTube and videos. So what I'm going to do is to share to you some videos wherein you can learn, all right? Because by right, I should be hiring those with experience, okay? Pero ang daming walang experience. So therefore, in order to gain an experience, fast track tayo. I just need you to watch the videos, learn something, grasp something, and after watching the videos, if let's say, for example, you think that it is something that this challenge, you can get this challenge, you can actually, okay lang sa'yo, all right, despite of everything, and you're very much willing to get the goal, all right, like travel, like me, then hit me up, okay? But very important, you have to finish watching the video, all right, before you can earn, okay? All right, so here it goes. I'm gonna be sharing some stuff in here. First, let's give you an idea on what is insurance. So let's play this. Presentation that I do with every single prospect that I meet. This presentation is a step-by-step approach to financial planning and the way a prospect would look at financial advisors in the future. This is a universal presentation that has been done in many countries. And if you can understand this process, it will allow you to have a higher closing ratio. So let's start with the most important number in the world, which is 28,000. You see, 28,000 is the average number of days a person lives, which is equal to 76.71 years. Let's assume it is approximately 80 years to make life easy. I like to break this 80 into four parts: 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, and 60 to 80. 0 to 20, we study, play, fool around. 20 to 40, we get our first job. We probably buy our first car, or we buy our second house. We get married. We have kids. 40 to 60, we might change our job or start a business. We might take on a second job. We definitely buy a second car. It's 20 years. You're now driving a piece of junk. We might buy a second house as an investment. But more important is our kids are getting ready to finish their first part of life. 60 to 80, we hope to retire. Now, this part of our life is the most important because there is no income. So we started with 28,000 days. If we subtract half of it, which is 14,000 days, we all have 14,000 days to achieve all our dreams. Our kids' dreams, our parents' dreams, whatever dreams we have 14,000 days to achieve it. Now, if you're around the age of 35, this part of life is already over. You only have that much time left. During this period of time, we have identified 4 fears. My first fear: what if I cannot work to 60? So if I finish working till 60, the only thing left was to retire. But the real thing that can stop me from working till 60 is either disability or a bad illness. My second biggest fear is, what if I don't reach 60? You see, if I reach 60, the only thing left was to retire. But if I don't reach 60, we have a problem. And that's our second biggest fear. And the way to handle this is if we use a product called life insurance, which is income protection for my family
the event of death. My third biggest fear is how much is enough to retire? Is $5 million, $10 million, $20 million? How much is enough to retire? Now, we all have different questions to answer this. We all have different methods to answer this question. But one of the most important things is how much is enough to be able to retire. Our fourth biggest fear is, can I ensure that my children start life with the right foundation? And the best foundation is to have the right education. Again, this is a guaranteed payout in life if you have children. Why do people not plan for it? I've done this presentation in more than 50 countries. If you notice, in one presentation, I've covered 4 different products. The first fear was, what if I cannot work to 60? And the product that helps you take care of that is either a good critical illness product or an income protection due to disability. My second biggest fear is, what if I don't reach 60? Now, the only thing that can stop you from reaching 60 is in case you pass away. So for that, we have the product called life insurance. My third fear was, how much is enough to retire? Now, there are different formulas to answer this question. The book gives you answers to these questions as well. The fourth fear is, how much is enough to make sure that my children will start life with the right foundation? And we know that the right foundation for any child is a decent and good education. Again, this is a guaranteed payout. So people need to plan for it if you have children. If you can follow this step-by-step process and use this exact presentation with every single prospect, you have now covered every aspect of financial planning.
You want so ito ang sulong para laban rin siya sa paglaki.
So I'm sure you've heard there are so many strategies on doing financial planning, right? You would hear that from A, B, C, D. So many people. Everyone you meet tells you.
At 3, and when the appointment comes up on your calendar, you're so excited. You feel like you've locked them down. You feel like they're going to show up, and then bam, no show. Call them 3 times, no answer. But you've thought you've done everything that you've needed to do. You've thought that you said everything you've needed to say to get them there. I want to share with you how I help that I have over 50-60% of my appointments show up when I tell them, hey, John, I'm going to be calling you here at 6. You know, John, if I do this, this, and this, will you be there? And I'm going to share with you exactly how I changed my frame, how I went from being an insurance agent who was just letting people off the phone when no one was showing up. I was not able to get any of my appointments to be there, and I was frustrated. So what I want to share with you first is the frame of the appointment. One of the biggest things that you need to understand is that the reason why they're not showing up is probably you didn't set the tone right. You didn't set the frame right of why they even need to show up. Why would someone show up for something that's going to be painful? Why would someone want to show up for someone who doesn't sound good? Why would someone want to go ahead and show up to an appointment or a date, let's call it, when it's a crappy restaurant that you know you're going to eat? You probably won't. So what is the frame of the appointment? One of the biggest things that I needed to understand is that I am more valuable. My time is more valuable than the client's time. So I want you, and I realize that I am never going to sound needy. When you set an appointment, you're never going to be like, John, what is the best time for you so I can call you back? John, what is the best time where I can call you and we're going to take care of this? John, what does your calendar look like? Let me get back on your calendar. Completely wrong. When you give power to the client, they're never going to show up. The person who has the most power is the person who typically speaks less. Or for example, if you ever dated someone, the person who doesn't text back so fast or who isn't as needy is typically the person that's liked more. Because the reason is, the more needy you are, the less power or value that you will portray. And the goal of setting the frame is that you're powerful, that you know how to help people, that your time is very valuable. Now you need to communicate this over the phone to the client so they're more likely to show up. Let me explain how you do this and why it's important that you do it this way. John, I am just super busy. Now, John, let me ask you this. Is this something that's really important to you? Would you actually need my help? Would you actually need my help? Yeah, I would need your help. Okay, John, well, we can't knock it out right now. My calendar is super tied up. I can try to squeeze you back on my calendar, but I only have like a 15 or 20-minute window later at 6:30 or later at 5:30. But I'm just super busy. Would you want to get back on my calendar, John? Yeah, John. Yeah. And John's gonna be like, yeah, let's do that. Okay, John. But before we jump into this, let me ask you, is there any concerns that you have from now and until 2:30 when we have our appointment that you want to go over before we get there? Well, I don't know if it's the price. I just want to look at it. I want to think about it or talk to my wife. Okay, John. And then you can objection handle before you get there. The goal is to handle all the objections before you get to the appointment. The appointment is really just to finish off or solve that final problem. But what I want to share with you, what I just did there, what you need to do is you need to have the power. You need to be the person who portrays scarcity. John, I am so busy. I am so tied up. I only have about one appointment here later this evening. You want to get back on my calendar. John, before we have this appointment, and then when he book it, he picks the time. John, before we pencil this on my calendar, I just want to make sure, is there going to be any reason that you wouldn't be able to make my appointment slot here at 3:30 this evening? If so, just John, please let me know. I'm just so busy. I get all these requests from all these seniors, and I just don't want to tie up a spot for someone who's not serious on serious on getting this taken here. Would there be any issues of you showing up there at 6 or 3:30? Would there be any issues, John? No, there really won't. Okay, John. Well, I just want you to know, you're important to me. I want you to know I'm going to take care of you, but ultimately, I just want to make sure that when we have this appointment, that we're able to actually solve your problem. Is that going to be any issues for you, John? No. And that's exactly how you book an appointment over the phone and create scarcity, create value, create that you're going to help them, and get this person to be more likely to show up on the phone compared to how not to book the appointment. Let me just give you the comparison. John, can I? What's a good? Hey, call me back, Peter. John, say, call me back, Peter. Okay. John. Okay. When can I call you back? When's a good time? I'm gonna look through my calendar here, and I'll get you right back on my calendar here, partner. What's
Keep changing. I mean, 21 years in this business, I'm sure you've been in the business a long time. There's one thing I can promise you: products change, right? So I have a client who told me this a couple of years ago. He said, Sanjay, when you started working with me 20 years ago, you told me this was the best product. And now you're sitting down with me and telling me there's a better alternative. So which one of you is correct? Your 20-year-old you or you today? And I said, Mr. Klein, have you ever gone to the doctor and you take diabetic medicines, and after about 3, 4, 5 years, the doctor says, this medicine is not working, we need to find another medication? Because we always come up with something better, right? If there's something that's better out there for you, I will make that change. You see, I'm a doctor, I'm not a pharmacist. If I'm a pharmacist, I'll be interested in selling a medicine. But as a doctor, I'm looking at, is the medicine effective again? Is the medicine doing what it's supposed to do? Is there a better alternative out there? I'm not looking for the cheapest. I'm not looking for the one with special offers. As a doctor, I'm not telling you chemotherapy is going at buy one, get one free. Would you like one?
Yeah.
I'm actually telling you there is a better alternative. So when I designed the strategy 15 years ago for you or 5 years ago for you, it was the best strategy. There's a better alternative to it today. We need to make that change. However, if I can't make that change, right, you're dependent on that medication, the doctor will say, just keep taking it. So it comes down to that particular client. Medicines will always change. Our products will always change. The only question you have to answer is it more beneficial for the client to make that change? If yes, document it down. So from a compliance perspective, you're protected. And if it's not as good as it used to be, then the question is, do they still need to add that to their portfolio? Because they might not have sufficient amount of life insurance. So I'll give you an example. In Dubai, where I come from, so Dubai is where I work. Dubai is home for me. We only do investment-linked plans, right? So we only do something like an IUL. We don't have a whole of life product. So when I was doing IULs, and we didn't have whole life, that was the best product at that point of time. But once the market matured and we got more whole of lives coming to the market, I started sitting down with all my clients and telling them, you know what I had done for you was the best at that point of time, but there's something better today, right? So it's time to review and it's time to make that change. critical illness. Critical illness is a very large part of my practice. So I sell a lot of critical illness contracts because we don't have disability insurance the way you have in the United States, right? We don't have disability protection. So we only do critical illness, which we use as income protection strategy. So in case you fall sick, we will pay you about 5 years of income. And that comes out of your critical illness policy. Now, 20 years ago, when I was selling critical illness, we covered about 16 or 19 illnesses. We paid out one time. So we paid out a critical illness and then the policy is finished, or it was a rider, so the rider is removed. However, now we have critical illness products that pay per illness, right? So if you have $1 million of critical illness coverage, I would pay you $1 million for every single critical illness in your life. And I don't pay once, I pay unlimited times. Is the product better? Absolutely yes. Is it sensible for clients who can change, should change? Yes, they should. But clients who have already got a health condition, they can't change, right? So I give my best advice at that point of time. You see, our advice is only as good as that point of time. We are a balance sheet advice provider. So we need to have that balance sheet checked on an annual basis to make sure we've got the right advice for balance sheet. Whether it's a family balance sheet, whether it's a business balance sheet, whether it's an estate balance sheet, whether it's a family office balance sheet, we are providing advice as of today, right? And that's why we are as of. 5 years from now, our as of will change. Hey guys, this is Dr. Sanjay Tolani right here with you. Now, the reason for me to record this video was I've been getting a lot of questions asking about, Sanjay, which books do you really have? What have you documented down and what have you not documented down? So guys, let me just give you a quick brief. I have documented everything that I know in the last 18 years in these books. Write the entire set as well. Section, the right version. Let's come in and I wrote down, right? One of the other things that I use is but you can only do that if you have spent time to build the right skill set and the right mindset. And that's what I've documented down this for you. So best of luck and let's make financial planning happier and easier for everyone.
Life insurance is a tool that helps protect and financially support your family or loved ones in case, knock on wood, may mangyari sa inyo at mawala kayo. So okay, life insurance sounds to be beneficial, pero paano ba siya makakatulong sa inyo? Ano-ano ba yung mga situations na magiging helpful siya? So first example is if you're the provider for your family, or kunyari breadwinner kayo. So kailangan nyo ng pangkain, pang-household, pang-education ng anak nyo, pang-baon. What if bigla kayong mawala? Ano yung pangtutustos ng family nyo? So dito na papasok yung life insurance kasi it can act as a replacement for the lost income. Pero guys, hindi lang yan limited sa mga parents ha. Lalo na dito sa Philippines, diba maraming mga anak na once na nag-start na magtrabaho, nagpa-financially support na sa mga parents, pati sa mga siblings. So, kuminsan yung mga ate nagpapaaral sa mga bunso, and pwedeng si ate is nasa 20s, early 30s pa lang, malakas pa, mababa pa yung risk of dying. But what if malakas ka nga, healthy ka, pero biglang nagka-accident? Second example is, unfortunately, hindi ganun kasikat sa atin yung health insurance. Kung may health insurance man, usually provided by the company, pero hindi lahat ng companies nagpo-provide nito. And madalas, dependent lang tayo sa PhilHealth, which usually cannot fully pay for our medical bills. What if nagka-critical illness kayo bago pumanaw? Siyempre, magpa-pile up yung bill ng ospital, tapos meron pang cost yung pagpapalibing. So, insurance can pay for these debts or bills para hindi naman ma-burden yung mga iiwan natin sa mga gastusin or yung mga utang na hindi pa nababayaran. Yung proceeds na ng insurance can also be used to pay off other forms of debt, kagaya na lang sa bahay, yung mortgage, or yung sasakyan, yung auto loan. For example, religiously naman kayo nagbabayad, hindi kayo nakamiss ng any payment, pero biglang nawala ng source of income. Sayang naman kung biglang marerematay yung sasakyan or biglang mawawala sa inyo yung asset at lahat ng mga nilagay yung pera dahil lang hindi matuloy yung payment. Third example is, di ba dito sa Pilipinas, sikat na sikat yung linya na parang edukasyon lang yung kaya kong ipamana sa'yo. Ayan. So what if yung mga anak nyo growing up, nag-invest talaga kayo sa education and hindi kayo masyadong nakapagpundar in terms of assets? The proceeds of your life insurance can act as your pamana or inheritance para sa mga naiwan nyo. The fourth example is, Good news, nakapag-pundar kayo, meron kayong bahay, meron kayong ibang investments na pwede niyong ipamana sa inyong pamilya. Pero guys, before you can transfer the ownership to your family, the government requires that you pay estate tax. So estate tax, guys, is 6% of the total net taxable estate. So kung yung family mo plan i-liquidate yung mga assets pero walang pambayad ng estate tax, hindi rin siya basta-basta matatransfer ng ownership. So, kailangan nyo muna siyang i-settle. And that's where life insurance comes in. Kasi yung proceeds nun can help pay for the estate tax. So, simply put guys, kung mag-avail kayo ng life insurance, ang benefit nun sa inyo is peace of mind, pero yung financial benefit will go to your loved ones. Before we proceed with the different types of insurance, pag-usapan muna natin yung mga terms na ginagamit pagdating sa life insurance or para sa iba, jargon. Mas minsan, pwedeng magbasa nga tayo sa internet, pero dahil well-defined yung terms, mapapaisip tayo, ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin nila ng premium, ng policy, and all that stuff. So, quickly lang, i-define natin. So, insurance policy, also known as the policy, is a contract between the insurance company, for example, Sun Life Philippines, and the policy owner. For example, ako yon. So, ako, as a policy owner, pwede kong piliin kung sino yung insured ng policy at sino yung beneficiaries. Usually, kung sino yung policy owner, siya rin yung insured. For example, kumuha ako ng policy, ako yung insured. Kung may mangyari sa akin, may matatanggap yung family ko. Pero pwede ding iba yung insured. For example, ako as a policy owner, ako yung magbabayad ng monthly payment ng insurance, pero ang gusto ko na insured ay yung parents ko so that in case something happens to them, may makukuha yung mga kapatid ko. And yung kapatid ko sa case na to are the beneficiaries. And yung amount na makukuha ng mga kapatid ko will depend on the coverage stated sa insurance policy. Now, the last one is premium, which is the amount you pay for the policy. Yung premium, guys, pwedeng one-time payment siya, pwedeng annually siya, biannually, quarterly, monthly. Depende kung ano yung terms ng insurance policy. And generally speaking, ang insurance premium is cheaper when you're in your early 20s to early 30s versus 40s to 50s. Kaya habang tumatanda ka, mas tumataas din yung risk mo na magkasakit and the risk of dying. That is the reason kung bakit sinasabi na mas magandang mag-start sa life insurance habang bata ka kasi mas mura mo pa siyang maa-avail. So what are the types of insurance? Diba sobrang daming product offerings, but we can lump them into 3 general categories. The first one is term life insurance, and this is a pure life insurance, meaning life insurance lang talaga siya, wala siyang kasamang investment or any additional feature. And with this type of insurance, the death benefit is paid out only if the death of the insured happens within the term of the policy. So it can go from as short as 1 year to 30 years. The advantage of term life is it's the cheapest form of life insurance. Kumbaga, it provides the highest coverage for the lowest cost. So, pwede yung term life para sa mga nagsisimula pa lang or limited yung budget pero gusto ng life protection. Now, for the disadvantages, guys, pag natapos na yung term ng policy or nag-expire na siya, kung buhay pa yung insured, which should be a good thing, wala siyang makukuha. And kung planong insured i-renew yung policy since significantly older na siya by that time versus nung unang beses siyang nag-avail of the policy, and it follows that na mas mataas na yung risks pagdating sa health and mortality, the insurance premium will significantly be more expensive. The second type is permanent life. And unlike term insurance, yung coverage naman itong policy na to is lifelong or until 100 years of age. Under permanent life, there are 2 more types. The first one is whole life, which is not that popular anymore. And the second type is yung sikat na sikat ngayon, which is VUL or variable universal life. So punta muna tayo sa first one, which is whole life. Itong whole life insurance will be valid for the rest of your life and you will be paying premium habang buhay ka pa. And similar with term, it's a pure life insurance, meaning wala siyang investments or any additional feature. Pero unlike term life insurance na valid lang for a set amount of time or term, itong whole life insurance is lifelong yung coverage and you'll be paying premium habang buhay ka pa. Ang advantage nito is since it's a pure life insurance as well, while it may not be as affordable as term life insurance, it should be fairly affordable pa rin. And you will be paying a fixed premium for life. Unlike sa term life insurance, naka-i-renew mo yung policy, mas mahal yung magiging premium. So this type of insurance can be beneficial para sa mga tao na wala nang gustong isipin. Gusto lang na every month, alam niya kung magkano kailangan niya ilabas for the insurance and then protected na for life. Yung VUL naman guys, or yung variable universal life, yung tinatawag nila na insurance plus investment in one. So monthly, for example, magbabayad kayo ng premium. So may chunk dito na napupunta sa insurance coverage nyo, and meron din namang chunk dito na napupunta sa investment such as stocks and bonds. So this type of policy also allows you to borrow or withdraw your cash value. But guys, this is highly discouraged kasi pwede niyang ma-reduce yung death benefit na pwedeng ma-claim ng beneficiaries nyo in case may mangyari sa inyo. And also, this allows you to avail of add-ons or yung mga tinatawag na riders, kagaya na lang ng critical illness, hospital income, or permanent disability. The 40 advantages of PUL, first is it's flexible kasi pwede kayong mag-avail ng add-ons. Second benefit is in case something happens to the insured, the beneficiaries can receive the death benefit and the insurance component without having to pay for the 6% estate tax. It has an investment component if the market goes well, edi magpe-perform din na maganda yung investment nyo. But it can also be a disadvantage. Since it's an investment, may risk din yan. If the valuation can go up, it can also go down. And lastly, it's more expensive than pure life insurance dahil na nga may investment component and fees associated with it. So far guys, talked about two types of life insurance, yung term life and permanent life. Now, the third type is not as popular as term life and PUL, and it's endowment. Now, yung endowment is similar with term life such that the policy is effective for a set period of time. So if something happens to the insured during that period of time, the beneficiaries will get the death benefit or the insurance coverage. However, ang difference naman niya sa term life is, di ba sa term life, pag nag-expire na yung policy, walang makukuha yung insured. Pero dito sa endowment, after matapos ng period na yon and kung buhay pa yung insured, pwede niyang i-withdraw yung face value of the policy. So ang advantage nito is para kang may forced savings which you can withdraw later on. So pwede siyang magamit as retirement fund, educational fund, or pang-fund ng kahit anong purpose nyo in the next 20 years or 30 years after matapos ng policy. Now, ang disadvantage naman nito is since may face value kayo na guaranteed na mawi-withdraw nyo, wala siya masyadong returns, and for the same amount of coverage, its premium payment is more expensive than term life insurance. Alright guys, so we're down to the last part, and ito yung ano ba yung mga kailangan yung gawin before availing of a life insurance. First step is to pay off any high interest incurring debt. Kagaya na lang ng mga loan shark debt, pati yung mga credit card debt. Now, pag nasettle nyo na sila, start building 3 to 6 months worth of emergency fund. Kasi di ba yung life insurance, makukuha ng beneficiaries yung benefit pag may nangyari sa'yo. Pero what if buhay na buhay ka pa pero may emergency situation? Kailangan mo na may pagpupunto ka doon. So I won't go into details pagdating sa emergency fund. I've made an in-depth video on this, which I'll be linking in the description box below. So after you're done with that, the next thing that you need to do is to know your needs and your goals. And to give you a better understanding of your financial personality, I recommend that you check out the Sun Life Money for Life tool. Siguro maglalagay na lang ako ng quick demo, but basically you need to indicate your gender, age group, life stage, yung mga financial priorities nyo, your experience and current portfolio. And ang gagawin ng tool is i-analyze your answers to show you the result of your financial personality. So this is a very quick test, mga 3 minutes or less tapos na kayo, and it will take you 5 minutes to read the results. It will give you a better understanding kung nasaan na ba kayo stage financially and ano ba yung financial personality. The next step is to know how much coverage you have. And based sa mga financial experts, ang nire-recommend nila is 10 years worth of your living expenses factored in yung inflation. So a nice assumption for inflation will be around 4%. Conservative na yan. Now, I can give you a computation kung paano siya i-derive. I also derive this through Excel, but I think it will be a lot easier for you. And mas user-friendly din, gamitin na lang yung tool ng Sun Life website. So I'll be linking that below. But basically here, you just need to input your monthly household expenses, current savings, total investment, current insurance coverage, and debts and liabilities. So if what you currently have is more than enough to cover 10 years worth of your living expenses, ang result na papakita is no additional insurance coverage is needed. But for the majority of us, hindi pa naman tayo nakaka-save up ng 10 years worth of our living expenses. So dyan makikita nyo kung magkano na yung coverage na meron kayong available and magkano pa yung kailangan yung punuin. And dyan napapasok yung life insurance because it helps augment the difference between what you currently have and the coverage or protection that you need. Ngayon, hindi naman pwede na yung needs lang natin yung i-factor in natin. Of course, we also need to take into consideration our current financial capacity or magkano ba yung kaya pang i-accommodate ng budget natin or income natin. Because once you know your needs, tsaka yung budget you're working with, edi may marirecommend na mas tailor-fit na insurance policy for your needs. Now, the next step is to do your research and look for a reputable insurance company. Hindi lang dapat maging basis mo kung ano yung pinaka-affordable na premium given the same amount of coverage. Kasi what if mura nga yung insurance premium mo pero hindi pala ganun ka-stable yung insurance company and
Okay, so there you go, just some insights. I will be waiting for those na talagang sure na to na yumaman at hindi lang yon makatulong sa kapwa, okay? Kasi hindi lang ang goal natin dito is money, alright? My goal and our advocacy in here is to educate more people na merong ganitong tool, alright? Kasi I've been working overseas and I've seen how people make their money work for them, okay? Have a generational wealth, and yet dito sa Pilipinas hindi ganoon. So guys, if you want to be a hero, okay, like National Heroes Day ngayon na nire-record ko to, please hit me back. Okay, I really, really need heroes in here. Okay, and the money will come. It's definitely gonna come. Ang dami-daming may pera dito sa business na ganito. It's because the reason being is that they also give back to the community. You educate, you're like a teacher, you help them out, and can you imagine kapag na-aksidente yung tao, instead na i-withdraw niya yung pera niya sa savings account, magki-claim lang siya sa insurance and then meron na, 'di ba? How fulfilling is that, 'di ba? May pambayad sa doktor. Yung doktor kahit nandiyan yan, di ka gagamutin yan kahit wala kang pambayad. All right. So there you go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. This is our fast track training. Goodbye.